Welcome to the dish. Hi, Teri Knight.
Hello, Mark Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are things with you?
Oh, super.
Super
Super.
duper. We just
Yes.
kind of solved all the world's problems before we
Yes,
started
yes.
recording here, so that part's done.
Yeah, thank goodness. If yeah, we'll see.
On a lighter note, let's talk
Yeah.
some bold and beautiful. That's
Oh,
a little lighter topic. So,
yes. Yes, it is.
all right. So Hope and Carter are getting involved, Terry.
Yes.
Uh, Today, Brooke, was it today or yesterday? Brooke catches those two making out in the
Again. That was the
again.
second time. It was today.
But did she catch them twice?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't catch the other. Okay, very
Oh,
good.
yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what's got to be going through Brooke's mind, don't you? She's a chip off the old block. I'm proud of that girl.
But look at it. He's a free man. She's a free woman. Come
Yeah, I
on.
don't. Yeah.
What's the big deal?
You know, the only thing I can ever think of, because I, worked in this kind of environment to where the boss can't be having relationships with
Well, true.
staff. You know what I mean? But other than that, yes, from a personal level, there's nothing stopping them.
Well, and Carter is not a boss. Not
Well, he's COO. He's kind of the boss,
well, yeah, true.
but it's also it's a family-owned private company, so that some of those rules are a little different than working for the government. So,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways,
But it's awful fast. And then the big
it is
defense
fast.
of hope for the future, and the big defense of I
Yep.
his character has changed a bit. It's a little interesting, but
You
we'll
think
talk
so?
more about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, uh, Steffi's kind of turning her claws on Hope, right?
Oh my God. She is a relentless bitch. I mean, jeez. If you're so worried about what Hope will do, don't you have enough faith in Finn? Just
Right.
stop.
That's true.
It's
You're right.
it's
That's
getting
very
I
true.
I'm getting real tired of that.
Yeah.
And she is incredibly unlikable.
Right now,
Just
she is, and
ugh,
I've never felt that way, Terry, about her
not
up until recently.
not this much.
No, not
This
this much.
is this is just like, oh man, you are nasty. So
Yep, 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 for sure. Uh, so
it
Carter,
gets me riled up.
I'm sorry. Jeez. All right. So Carter evidently, at first, I kind of wondered what his motives were, but then he, pretty early on, when he was telling Hope about the plans that he's kind of been working on for, it sounds like, a number of years,
Hmm.
to expand Forrester Creations, their lines and their products and their,
Hmm.
just all the way around, making it more of a, I don't know, would you call it a
Luxury
boutique or a luxury boutique or something?
luxury brands.
Brand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, more of a brand than just a product. So, yeah,
Hmm.
that's interesting. Um, he recently, or in the last couple of days here, he made his pitch to. He got a no from Steffi. He got a hard no. Carter did on his proposal. But then he now went to Eric and Ridge. I mean, I think he went to Ridge, but Eric was there at the time, and so he got to pitch it to both of them. And I think they liked it. They kind of approved it, didn't they?
No.
No?
No, they did not approve it. They
No,
approved
I'm
I
thinking of Ivy. I'm sorry. I'm jumping to the
yeah.
other storyline. Okay,
Yeah, no, they approved Ivy's, and that makes
they
sense.
did.
But they did not approve of the whole thing because they were worried about investors and worried about,
That's right.
which, I mean, it was all
That's right.
valid reasons.
Yeah, that's right.
But what I thought was weird is, why did he not? So Carter has this big presentation. He's been working on this. Why did he not have numbers there to show them? Why didn't he have these companies and things that he's already scoped out? It didn't feel, it didn't show up as
Yeah.
fully fleshed out
Yep, I agree.
like he says it is. But, you know, if it really was and you've been working on it for years, why don't you have a big presentation?
Right.
It just seems it seems weird. And I get why Ridge and Eric are apprehensive. That makes sense. But they really, they didn't want it. And today when he was talking to Ridge about it with, of course, Taylor in there, he said, you'll find out. Well, he and his dad already said no, that they didn't want to do it. Why didn't he just say it? I don't know. I
That's
think there's
true.
more drama to go on with that.
Well, right. And, you know, you're right. In a real world, he would add a PowerPoint presentation. And like
Yes.
you said, all the stats, all the dollar figures, he'd had it all laid out. But
Yes.
they're not going to bore us with those details. But yes, I agree with you. That's exactly how it would go in the real world. So,
Yeah.
all right. So let's talk about,
Number 6 today.
yeah, we're on to 6. Today
Yeah.
at Forrester, Hope tries on this was a good scene, tries on a sexy outfit. And when she thinks Carter enters the room, she comes out from behind a changing wall, I guess I would call it. And she trips over something and she falls into Finn's arms. Finn happened to be there leaving a Post-it note for Steffy, and Hope thought it was Carter.
Yes.
And so she comes out and trips. And now within a half a second, Teri, who comes through the door but Steffy. And she flips out.
Yeah. So here's a lot of the problem that I saw with that. First off, that's not Steffi's office. Why did he leave the tablet? Why did he even go into the design office? It should have gone into the main office. So that didn't make sense.
That's true. I hadn't thought about that. I never even, there is a difference between the offices. I never, yeah.
And Hope,
you're right.
you know, this whole thing was so contrived because Hope all of a sudden she's going to do this at work. For crying out loud, really? To me, it was like, oh God, now here we go again. And it'll be the same old junk. I'm getting really tired of the storyline. I really am. They need to pick it up.
Yeah.
This is getting old.
Yep.
So if you're listening, guys, come on.
Come on, get it together.
Yeah, do better.
Do better for us.
Yes.
All right. So Ivy, one of the other storylines was
Yes.
is Ivy goes to Ridge today and Eric, and that was the one I confused it with. After she got turned down by Steffi to reopen what was Quinn's jewelry line earlier, and they okayed that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So.
Well,
That's
yeah.
interesting to me, but yeah.
They needed to. Story-wise, they needed to okay that because Liam is in that picture, and
Yeah.
Steffi, why she holds grudges? If you're so in love and so happy with Finn,
Why
what
does
is
she
your problem?
I know.
Who
Why does she
cares?
care? Yeah.
I know. She's
It doesn't
just a
make
bitch.
sense.
And then with Electra, and she meets Will, and it looks like they're going to have a thing going. So that'll be interesting because and then that scene where they run into each other and the ring goes under and he's on the floor kneeling and looks up at her. It's like, oh God, that was cheesy. Gosh, I don't know.
Struck me as a little bit of a Hallmark moment, but you know.
Because you're a big Hallmark.
I know I'm a
movie
Hallmark guy.
aren't you?
Yes,
Yeah.
I am. I cry through Hallmark Christmas movies every year.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh. All right, let's go to Super SUDSY questions, Teri.
Okay.
The first one for you is, where is the Hope and Carter relationship headed, in your opinion? Thoughts?
Okay. So I think this whole thing has been happening too fast. But I have an intriguing storyline, perhaps. Hope and Carter, she believes in him and all this whole luxury line. Steffi is going to put the kibosh to Hope for the Future. And that's fine because it's gotten old. However, what if Hope for the Future is taken over by Carter and Hope, and they start a new fashion house luxury like the old Sally Spectra? And then they've got something to bite on. I don't know.
I like it. I like it.
Okay. I'm throwing it out there.
That's a good one. All right. What is Steffi going to do with Hope?
Oh,
How about Carter?
She's gonna end her, I think.
Think she'll fire her or just put her line out of business, which basically is firing her, I guess.
Yeah. She'll be told, you're out. Go. And I think that'll be the end of it. Brooke's going to be upset, so then Brooke's going to go to Ridge. But Taylor's going to feel sorry for Ridge, yeah, I think it's going to go back to
the drama, Teri.
What do you think?
I actually think she's going to get really vengeful now, Steffi, and I think I think you're right. I think she's going to get rid of Hope, get rid of the line. I think she's going to fire Carter, and I think that's going to bite her in the rear end because Ridge considers, and so does Eric, they consider Carter like family, and I think that'll be the deal that's going to trigger. I think this storyline actually is going to get interesting. I have some thoughts on that, but I'm trying to think if there's another. Yeah, I'll answer that on the next question.
Okay.
All right. What will happen, do you think, between Steffi and Ivy if now Ivy's on board at Forrester with the jewelry, heading up the jewelry collection?
Again, if they continue to keep Steffi being a bitch, it's gonna be back and forth, fight. But I am hoping what they will do is really make Ivy's jewelry really good and very successful.
Yeah, it's really successful.
That's what I'd like to see.
I agree with you. I think that would be awesome.
Yes.
If that actually happens. So, and I agree with you. Everything you said, I think that's exactly the way it'll go as well. Next question is, how about Steffi's relationship with Ridge? Because now keep in mind that now Ridge is starting to make decisions contrary to Steffi. That's not going to sit well, I don't think.
No, it's not. I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought a whole lot about it, but I think what's going to happen, my guess is they're going to go head to head, and then there's going to be Brooke's side and Taylor, and Ridge is going to get caught in the middle because Taylor's going to be all for Steffi, of course. I don't know. There's a little part of me that thinks Taylor's going to play the heart thing again. And she's going to have an episode.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think that storyline's over. I think they'll bring that up here at some point when it, plug that into the other storylines. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
I actually think, I think a couple things. So I think I can see Ridge being pissed off enough that he actually, if it goes the way I said it will, and that she fires Carter and Hope, I can see Ridge making Steffi take a step back from co-CEO.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's sudsy.
Yep.
I like it.
I can see that happening.
I like it.
I also think another trigger for that happening might be when what your scenario happens, and that's when Carter and Hope go off on their own brand with the hope for the future. And that's probably the last straw with Ridge, that he'll say, you're going to take a step back, Steffy.
Yeah. Ooh.
You've made some bad decisions here, you know.
God, I'd love to see that. I'd like to see her.
Me too.
Butt
Me
kicked.
too.
Oh.
Yep.
Yay. Okay.
Yep. Last question for you, Teri, is will Ivy have a relationship with Liam? Remember, those two were playing footsie a while back, and then that story kind of went cold.
Well, and that was when he waffled back to Steffy.
That's right.
So, yeah,
right.
it was, and that's why Steffy doesn't like Ivy, because she was, you know, messing around with Liam. Well, really? Shut up. You know, you got Finn. I hope that those two get together. But the waffler will try for Hope again. She's already turned him down. So stop it. And what on earth would make you think that she would want you? And you act like it's just because she kissed Thomas. He was kissing Steffy that same day.
Right. Yeah,
And
the master waffler, he can change in 24 hours. You know, I'm in love with this one, and now I'm in love with that one.
Ugh, he's just so boring and blacky. I am over him.
You're kind of done with Liam and Steffy.
I'm done with Liam and Steffy.
And a while back, you were done with Brooke, too.
Yes. Oh, well, you know.
You know.
You just keep...
It happens, Teri. It's happened to me several times. So, all right.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts before we close?
No, I don't think so. I think I covered it, especially with the thinking about a new brand starting.
I like that.
Compete.
I think you're dead on that prediction. That's really sudsy.
And it was so fun with Sally Spectra.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean,
it was.
That was
That's true.
Fun. And it hasn't been that fun for a long time.
Yep.
So hopefully they'll do that.
Yep.
But
how about you? I hope so.
Anything else?
No, I think that's about it. I tapped my brain for the day, Teri.
Yeah, well, you're down south, so you know.
I know. The warmth, the humidity, and the heat might be getting to me here.
Yeah, the cold and rain is starting here, and tomorrow we're supposed to maybe see snowflakes.
I heard snow in the Duluth area potentially. You know, I mean, inches. So that should be good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right in time for Halloween.
Yep. Just like 1991.
Oh, no.
Yep. That was awful. All right, Teri, until we dish again.
Oh, keep it sudsy.
And we are out.